85% of men today are unaware of the signs of infidelity. Most guys are so deep into their daily routines, they dismiss clues that could save them heartache and wasted time. But here's the kicker. Knowing these signs is only half the battle. You also need the mental strength to face them head-on without flinching. This isn't about creating paranoia or suspicion. It's about protecting yourself from investing in a relationship that's already half gone. Today, we're going beyond just spotting the signs. We're talking about developing the mindset of a man who doesn't let himself get blindsided. We'll cover the key phrases women use when they're drifting, the psychological reasons behind these behaviors, and how you can maintain control over your own reactions. Whether it's subtle hints she's dropping or bigger, more obvious signs, by the end of this video, you'll know how to handle each one with confidence. Ready to take back your power? Type yes in the comments below, and let's dive right in. Number 1. The psychological truth behind infidelity. Infidelity rarely starts with physical cheating. It begins in the mind, slowly and subtly. What most people miss is that cheating isn't a one-moment decision. It's a process. A woman doesn't just wake up and decide to cheat. It starts with small steps: an innocent text, an inside joke with a coworker, or a long conversation with an old friend. The real reason most men overlook this is because we're conditioned to ignore the signs and dismiss subtle changes. But if you're ignoring the early stages, you're setting yourself up to be blindsided. So, what's really happening? For many women, cheating is about emotional distance before anything physical even comes into play. When a woman feels emotionally neglected or unfulfilled, she may start looking for that connection elsewhere. This doesn't excuse her actions, but it's a reality check for men to understand where things start to slip. The scary part? Most men ignore these subtle signs until it's too late, hoping everything will work itself out. But hope isn't a strategy. It's time to recognize the pattern so you can protect yourself from wasting time and energy in a relationship that's already half gone. Picture this. You're going through the motions in a long-term relationship. You're busy with work, gym, your buddies, and daily routines. You start noticing your partner seems off. Maybe she's on her phone a little more, or she's laughing at inside jokes you aren't part of. You ask her about it, and she says, "Oh, it's just my coworker. He's really funny." You shrug it off because you trust her, right? But here's the hard truth. Sometimes trust can make you blind. Ignoring that gut feeling doesn't make it go away. Don't ignore it. If you sense something's off, have the strength to face it head on. Don't accuse, don't panic, but be aware. Ask yourself, is she genuinely interested in connecting with me, or is her mind elsewhere? By paying attention to these small shifts, you start reclaiming control. You aren't waiting to be blindsided. You're sharpening your awareness and recognizing patterns. Number 2. So-and-so understands me so well. Let's dig into one of the most common phrases that should make you take a step back. So-and-so understands me so well. This phrase might sound innocent at first, but here's why it's a red flag. When a woman starts highlighting someone else's ability to understand her, she's subtly signaling that there's an emotional gap between you and her. Relationships thrive on connection, and when she starts finding that connection outside of you, it's a problem that only escalates. Consider this scenario. You've been dating for a few years, and things have become routine. Suddenly, she mentions her coworker, Dave, more frequently. "Dave just gets me, you know. He understands what I'm going through with work stress," she says. At first, you might brush it off, thinking she's venting. But here's where most men miss the point. Repeatedly bringing up another person as her emotional support is not just venting, it's forming a bond that competes with yours. When you hear this phrase, don't ignore it or let it slide. Keep your cool, stay composed, but acknowledge it internally. This is your signal to assess what's happening. Are you investing in a relationship where your partner is connecting with someone else on a deeper level? Ignoring these clues doesn't preserve the relationship. It actually risks more damage. If you're truly connected, you'll be her primary confidant. If she's finding that connection elsewhere, it's a wake-up call to address it, or, if need be, reevaluate the relationship entirely. Let her know, subtly yet confidently, that you notice the change. A calm, straightforward response like, "I noticed you've been talking about Dave a lot. Is there something you're not telling me?" communicates that you're perceptive and won't be played. This is about self-respect. Don't give anyone the chance to erode your peace by making you feel second to anyone. Number 3. It's just friends. The next red flag phrase to watch out for. It's just friends. Now don't get it twisted. We all need friends, and having a social life outside a relationship is healthy. But here's where it gets complicated. Just friends can quickly turn into a gray area when boundaries aren't respected. And unfortunately, the just friends excuse has become one of the most common covers for infidelity. Imagine this. Your girlfriend starts mentioning a new friend she's spending time with, grabbing lunch, going to concerts, even texting late into the night. When you ask about it, she brushes it off with, "Oh, we're just friends. He's like a brother to me." Maybe you trust her at first, but over time, you start noticing subtle changes. She's a little more defensive when you ask about her plans, or she's laughing at inside jokes you aren't part of. In this situation, most men fall into one of two traps. They either ignore it and hope it goes away, or they react out of jealousy, which pushes her further away. The key here: stay grounded and keep your cool. Instead of getting emotional, start observing her behavior closely. Is she more engaged in these friend outings than she is with you? Does she prioritize him over your time together? These are the signs to look for. Now here's what you do. Stay confident, stay unbothered, and don't let jealousy cloud your judgment. If she's going out of her way to spend time with this friend, step back and let her actions reveal the truth. True confidence is not demanding explanations. It's being perceptive enough to read the signs. Remember, a woman who values the relationship will be open about her friendships, and there will be no need for secrets. If she's hiding or dismissing your questions, it's a sign she's not fully committed. Show her, by your actions, that you won't settle for being the fallback option. This isn't about jealousy. It's about respecting yourself. Number 4. I need more space for myself. Next up, the classic, I need more space. Now, space in a relationship can be healthy, but here's the reality. When she asks for space out of nowhere, it often signals a desire to create distance, either emotionally or physically. In other words, it's her subtle way of testing how much freedom she can take without you noticing or resisting. Let's break down the typical scenario. You're in a relationship, things seem to be going smoothly, then suddenly she says, "I just feel like I need a little more space to focus on myself." If this comes out of the blue, it's time to take a closer look. Maybe she's reconnecting with old friends, exploring new hobbies that don't include you, or simply pulling away in subtle ways. While space itself isn't a bad thing, the sudden need for it often indicates something deeper. Most men's first instinct here is to panic, thinking they did something wrong. Don't panic, and don't beg for answers. Give her space, but make it clear that your self-respect comes first. Don't be the guy who waits around, anxiously hoping she'll come back. Instead, use this time to refocus on your own goals, your fitness, your finances, or even expanding your social circle. This does two things. It shows her you have a life beyond her, and it reinforces your own self-worth. Here's a practical move. Let her have her space, but don't put your life on hold. Start making plans, working on yourself, and let her wonder about what you're up to. This isn't playing games, it's protecting your own value. If she truly cares about you, she'll notice that you're not waiting around and realize that her request for space won't make you any less of a high-value man. And if she doesn't come back, then her intentions were never aligned with yours in the first place. Remember, a woman who wants to be with you won't need to test the limits of your patience. Stand firm, hold your ground, and don't sacrifice your own time or peace for anyone who's unsure about their place in your life. Self-respect isn't about control, it's about knowing when to walk away. Number 5. I'm working late. This one's a classic excuse. I'm working late tonight. At first it seems normal. After all, in today's fast-paced world, many people have demanding jobs. But when it becomes a frequent occurrence, coupled with vague explanations and a lack of transparency, this can be a big red flag. Picture this. Your partner used to have a predictable work schedule with the occasional late night here and there. But recently, work seems to keep her occupied more often than not. You ask her about it, and she brushes you off with, "You know how it is, just busy with deadlines." While that might sound reasonable, pay attention to her actions when she gets home. Is she distant, tired, uninterested, or simply glued to her phone? People who are truly interested in a relationship make time, no matter how busy they are. We all have 24 hours in a day, and even the busiest person can spare a few minutes for someone they care about. So if she's constantly unavailable, it's not just her job keeping her occupied, it's her priorities shifting. Observe patterns. This isn't about confronting her over every little thing, it's about recognizing when things don't add up. If she's suddenly working late all the time, ask yourself if this is typical behavior or if it's something new. A good partner will respect you enough to communicate openly. If she's defensive or secretive, that's not on you, that's on her. Here's the bottom line. A woman who values the relationship will be open about her schedule and won't need to hide behind her work. She'll communicate, she'll reassure, and she'll make time. Don't let yourself become the guy who's left hanging, making excuses for her absence. Recognize when it's time to ask questions and, if necessary, set boundaries that protect your time and self-respect. Remember, her actions tell you everything you need to know. Trust what you see, not just what you hear. Number 6. Maybe time apart will help. Here's one of the hardest phrases for any man to hear. Maybe we need some time apart. This phrase often marks the beginning of the end, even if she doesn't admit it. When someone suggests a break or time apart, they're signaling they want space to explore their options without fully letting go of the safety of the relationship. It's a way of keeping you on standby while they decide what they truly want. Imagine this scenario. Things have been tense, maybe there's been a few arguments or disagreements, and out of nowhere she says, "I think we should take a break to figure things out." Here's the truth. In most cases, a break isn't about fixing the relationship. It's a way for her to see what else is out there while keeping you as a fallback. Harsh? Yes. True. Absolutely. So how do you respond? Let her have her break, but don't just sit around waiting. If she wants time apart, give it to her, fully and completely. Don't text, don't call, and don't chase. Make it clear that if she needs space, you'll respect her decision, but you're not going to be sitting around hoping she'll come back. This isn't about playing games, it's about protecting your dignity and setting a boundary. Here's what happens next. When a woman sees that you're willing to walk away, she'll have to face the reality of losing you. If she values you, she'll come back with a renewed commitment. If she doesn't, then you've saved yourself time and heartache. Remember, you are not a backup plan. If she's not fully invested in you, it's better to know sooner rather than later. Hold your ground, respect yourself, and don't let anyone make you feel like an option. Number 7. You deserve better than me. You deserve better than me. It sounds like a compliment, right? But here's the harsh reality. This phrase is often a cover-up for guilt. When someone feels they're not fully invested or they're hiding something, they may try to absolve themselves by framing it as a problem with their worthiness rather than their actions. It's their way of saying, "I'm not in this 100%, but I don't want to be the one to break things off." Think about it. Why would someone who truly values you tell you that you deserve better? If they genuinely cared about the relationship, they would be working on making it better, not suggesting you could do better elsewhere. This phrase is often a soft exit strategy, a way of letting go without taking responsibility. Don't let this guilt-driven statement shake your confidence. When you hear, "You deserve better," recognize it for what it is, a hint that they're checked out. Don't argue or try to convince her of her value. Instead, show her that you know your own worth. Reply with something like, "I know what I deserve, and I deserve someone who's fully committed. The key here is not to get roped into their self-doubt or guilt. Stay firm, stay grounded, and remember that you deserve someone who values and respects you. Don't try to fix their insecurities or convince them to stay. A high-value man knows his worth and won't settle for someone who's not fully invested. By holding your ground, you send a clear message. Your self-worth isn't up for negotiation. Number 8. Non-verbal signs of emotional detachment. Sometimes, the loudest signs aren't verbal at all. Body language, tone of voice, and subtle shifts in behavior often tell you more than words ever could. When someone is emotionally checking out, you'll notice a change in how they act around you. Maybe they avoid eye contact, their tone is flat, or they seem distracted whenever you're together. These aren't coincidences, they're signals of emotional distance. Think about the last time you were with her and she seemed more interested in her phone than the conversation. Or maybe she used to lean in close when you talked, but now she sits back, crosses her arms, or avoids physical touch altogether. These aren't just small changes, they're signs that something is different. So, how do you handle it? Instead of confronting her about every little change, stay observant without letting on. Acknowledge the shifts internally, but don't let them shake your confidence. People often reveal their intentions through actions long before they say a word. If she's creating distance, don't rush to close the gap. Instead, let her actions reveal where she stands. A high-value man doesn't chase after affection or validation. If she's pulling away, let her. Show her that you notice the distance but aren't desperate to fix it. This isn't about playing games, it's about maintaining your self-respect. Let her see that you're not dependent on her attention to feel secure. Your calm, controlled reaction will speak volumes. If she's genuinely invested, she'll close that gap herself. If not, you've just gained clarity without ever having to say a word. Number 9. Managing emotions without losing control. One of the biggest challenges when facing potential betrayal or signs of infidelity is managing your emotions. Betrayal hurts, there's no doubt about that, and it's easy to let emotions like anger, insecurity, and frustration take over. But here's the reality. Letting your emotions control your reactions is a surefire way to lose power in any situation. A man who can't control his reactions is easy to manipulate and will always be at the mercy of external circumstances. Let's make this clear. Anger, jealousy, and insecurity are natural feelings, especially when you sense something is wrong in your relationship. But here's the difference between average guys and high-value men. High-value men feel these emotions, but they don't let them dictate their actions. They don't let temporary emotions destroy their sense of self-worth or their peace of mind. Imagine you're in a situation where you notice your partner distancing herself. Maybe she's spending more time with friends, or she's vague about her plans. Your gut reaction might be to confront her, to demand answers, or even to lash out. But here's the truth. Reacting impulsively rarely leads to the outcome you want. Instead, it often confirms her suspicions that you're insecure, which only pushes her further away. Practice emotional discipline. Recognize the feeling of jealousy or anger, but don't let it control you. Use it as a reminder to refocus on yourself, on your goals, your fitness, your financial growth. Emotions are energy, and you can choose to use that energy to strengthen yourself rather than letting it weaken you. A man who controls his emotions is a man who cannot be easily shaken or manipulated. When you stay calm and composed, you communicate a powerful message. You're not dependent on anyone's validation for your peace of mind. That confidence is magnetic. By keeping your cool, you take back control, and in the process, you'll see things more clearly. If she's genuinely invested in you, your calm demeanor will make her think twice about jeopardizing what she has. And if she isn't, you'll have the clarity to make a strong decision without letting temporary emotions cloud your judgment. Remember, power lies in control, and that starts with controlling yourself. Number 10. Building resilience and self-empowerment beyond infidelity. Every challenge in life, especially one as personal as infidelity, is an opportunity to build resilience. Life isn't about avoiding difficulties, it's about how you face them and come out stronger on the other side. When it comes to relationships, betrayal and red flags are painful, but they can also be some of the most valuable lessons you'll ever learn. They reveal what you need to work on, show you what's truly important, and most importantly, teach you about your own strength. Let's be clear. Resilience isn't just about surviving, it's about using every setback as fuel to become a better, stronger, and more self-aware man. When you recognize red flags, when you face betrayal, or even when you feel the pain of an ending relationship, that's the time to double down on yourself. Use the experience to sharpen your goals, clarify your values, and build the life you want. Don't waste energy on anger or resentment. Those emotions only hold you back. Instead, focus on your own growth and take control of your own story. Imagine you're in a relationship where things start to feel uncertain. Maybe you're seeing some of these red flags, and you feel a mix of disappointment and hurt. Instead of letting that define you, ask yourself, how can this experience make me stronger? Channel your energy into personal development, whether it's physical fitness, advancing your career, or expanding your skills. Let her see that you're not just a man who can handle betrayal. You're a man who uses every experience to come out stronger. Here's the truth. When you invest in yourself, you naturally attract people who respect that strength. A man who knows his worth and continues to grow, no matter what, is a man who commands respect. By focusing on self-empowerment, you remind yourself that you don't need anyone's validation to feel valuable. That's resilience. That's true strength. And when you embody that, you create a life that's built on confidence, independence, and self-respect. So if you're facing red flags in a relationship or dealing with the pain of infidelity, use it as a stepping stone, not a stumbling block. Make a commitment to yourself that no matter what happens, you will continue to grow, to become better, and to live by your own standards. This isn't just about relationships. It's about becoming a man who can handle anything life throws at him with strength and dignity. Stay focused, stay strong, and remember, your value comes from within. Today we've covered it all. The signs, the red flags, the phrases, and the behaviors that reveal when a relationship is slipping away. These aren't easy truths, but they're necessary if you want to protect yourself from wasted time, energy, and heartache. Remember, it's not about paranoia or constant suspicion. It's about awareness and self-respect. Recognizing these red flags is your chance to take control of your life, to set boundaries, and to build relationships based on respect and commitment. But here's the biggest takeaway. Your self-worth doesn't depend on anyone else's loyalty. You have the power to stand strong, to walk away if necessary, and to keep your standards high. Every relationship is a choice, and you deserve someone who values you, who respects you, and who is fully committed. Don't settle for anything less. If you found value in this video, show your support. Subscribe to stay connected with this community of men who are on a journey to growth, strength, and self-respect. Your support keeps this channel going and helps us create more content that speaks the truth. Comment below if these insights hit home, if you're ready to put this knowledge into action, and if you're committed to raising your standards.